Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
Hey folks, and we are back Inside Real Estate. Mike Kruizinga, website InsideRealEstateRadio.com. Time for some more mortgage talk. Terri, how are we doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you, Mike?
I'm good. And as always, don't forget, folks, her website, TerriWaggoner.com, TerriWaggoner.com. So what do we got today?
Well, with the talk of interest rates just keep going up and up and up and up and up, it's still not too late to do a Texas Cashout Refinance.
Okay.
If you've got a lot of high interest rate credit cards and you just want to be done with them once and for all, we can still do a Texas Cashout, and get rid of those debts or do anything else that you want to do with the money. There's no particular requirements on what you do with the cash that you take out because it's your equity.
Right.
So I wanted to touch base on that. Rates, they've gone up a little bit, but they're still we're still okay on some folks and still able to even save them some money or and allow them to get some cash out and do what they need to do either to their house for any type of rehab they may want to do or pay off debt like we talked.
Yeah, and so in particular, and this works out great for folks who, have got equity in their property.
Right.
But maybe they refinanced at some point, or maybe they're still under the original note terms with the original interest rate. So if they're sitting at, 5.5, 6, 7, there's some people out there still sitting at maybe 7.5, 8, 8.5%. But they've gotten so far into the loan, they're like, well, I've only got 8 or 10 years left. They want to try to push out, and I get that because, if you've gotten 20 years into the loan and you haven't been paying it off early, you're just going to the straight 30-year term, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. And you've got 8 to 10 years left. Well, they're like, well, should I or should I not? This is still a great option because you guys have other options besides putting them back into a 30, and they could still pull cash out.
And there's, I've talked to a couple of people here in the last week or so that still have ARMs. If you started out with an ARM loan, for a long time, you've been in the good. Mm-hmm. Well, now that rates are going up, so is your ARM.
Yeah.
So you may want to actually look at getting that into a fixed. And like you said, if you've been there for a while and you've got some equity and you want to fix it up, another good option is maybe buy an investment property. Mm-hmm. Take that equity out and do something with it that's going to earn you additional income in the future.
Right.
So lots that you can do with that money if you've got some equity in your home.
Yeah, and people don't think about that. They don't think about the money that they have in their home equity-wise as potential money they can use to invest in.
Correct.
So, if you can borrow money against your house for, the amazing interest rates that we have now, which are all pretty much at 5% or lower.
They're still great.
And we still see, some people that can get into, 4%, 3.75%. It just, everybody's situation is different.
Right.
And of course, you can buy down points, et cetera. But nobody's getting above 5. Most everybody's in the 4s for the most part.
Right.
Some can get a little south of there. But if you can borrow that type of money against your house, then go out and make an investment. In particular, make an investment in real estate, which is going to cash flow you.
Right.
Yeah, it's unreal.
I mean, we talk about it all the time on the show.
Yeah.
That is a great investment to earn you income coming in on a regular basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we'll talk a little bit about Cashout Refinance. You have to have a 620 minimum credit score.
Okay.
We have to be there. In the state of Texas, we have some special provisions that not other states have that kind of kept us safe, I think, a lot when this whole mortgage bubble happened. We didn't experience the losses that other parts of our country experienced, and I think that it has a lot to do with some of the rules and regulations that we have on our mortgages. And one of the things that we have is you have to retain 20% equity in your home. So when you're doing a cash out, you can't take 100% of the equity in that house back out. You have to leave 20%. It's kind of a safeguard for you, and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, okay, 620 credit score. We're going to have to look at what's on that credit report. Do you have bankruptcies? Do you have foreclosures? Do you have short sales? Are there any judgments, collections, charge-offs, all that good stuff, just like we talk about on all the different loan programs. But we can take a look and see if there's a way around any issues that you have on your credit. So just because you have something on your credit, don't necessarily say they can't help me.
Right.
Give us a call. Let us take a look at it. let's talk about it. Even if it's not something we can do immediately, it may be something we can do in a short period of time.
Right.
Okay. So your debt ratio, because that's a big thing. And we can take this into consideration too if you're paying off debt. But if you're not paying off debt, you want to go do something else with your money, your debt ratio can go up to a 50% debt to income ratio and still qualify as long as we get our automated approval through the system. Here's a big one. If you have ever done a cash out refinance, this home, once a cash out, always a cash out. Now, that doesn't mean you can't or that you have to take it and you think that they're a lot higher now. Maybe we can do another cash out refinance for you. You don't even necessarily have to take cash out. We can just do a rate and term refi, but a cash out even if you don't take cash.
Right.
Okay. Maximum conventional mortgage loan, $424,100. Like we've talked about before, that's a recent change. As of January 1st, 2017, conforming loan limits $424,100. So that's our maximum loan amount if you're doing a cash out.
Okay.
Because it's a conforming loan program.
Right.
Okay. Eligible properties, it has to be your homestead. You cannot do a cash out. Can you do a cash out on your? No, I think it has to be your primary residence. So if that's the case, we can do a cash out on it. One unit, we can do condos. We can do properties with acreage. If it's 10 acres, it's urban. If it's 20 or plus, it's or 20 under, it's rural development. But we can still do a cash out on those. There's a little bit different requirements, and we just have to look at all of that and make sure we got all that right.
Okay.
Let's see. When you do a cash out refinance, you have to sign what's called a 12-day letter. And what that does is gives you time to think about to make sure what you're doing is really what you want to do. So if you're doing a cash out refinance and your loan officer didn't send you a 12-day letter to sign, you better sign it. You better ask them about it. Or better yet, give me a call. We'll start over.
Right.
But you have to sign that 12-day letter, and you cannot close before 12 days from the day you sign that letter. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that.
And that's a Texas provision.
That's a Texas provision, yes.
Texas provision.
Yes.
Yeah, so 12 days to think about it.
12 days to toss it around, yeah. And the funny part is then once you close, you have another 3 days to think about
right?
it. Yeah,
Another 3 days before the fund.
Right. So when
anytime
you do any type of refinance, cash out or not cash out, when you close on your loan, it actually funds on that fourth day after that because you get 3 days to think about it.
Yeah, 3 more days to think about it.
Yeah, just in case you didn't have the 12 days wasn't enough.
I signed it. Give me my money.
But we can roll closing costs in, all of that. You can take that out of your proceeds. There's lots that we can do on a cash out, and it's not too late to do a cash out.
Right.
So give us a call, and we will make sure you fit the program and get you some money so that you can call Mike and buy an investment property.
That's right. Buy an investment property, buy an RV, a boat, motorcycle, do some home improvement.
There you go.
Or just
pay off credit cards.
Yeah, pay off some credit cards.
Christmas, just happened, so
that's true.
Everyone has credit card debt on Christmas, don't they?
Yes, they do. Exactly. No doubt about it. So we'll get you taken care of on that, no problem. And, hey, it doesn't mean that you have to go back. Some people don't know that. We're like, I don't want to go back into a 30-year note again. Right. There's a 20, 25, 15, there's plenty of options.
And the 15 rates are great.
Yeah.
There's, we can, if you're going from a 30 to a 15, your rate's probably going down.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Lots of great options for you folks. All you got to do is talk to Terri. All you got to do is talk to Terri.
Call us.
Some random computer is not going to give you the information over the internet. It doesn't give you good stuff, I'm telling you. Go to TerriWaggoner.com. It's her website. Grab her phone number and then give her a shout and talk to her. She'll get you taken care of. Whether it's the Texas cash out, getting cash out of your property, or it's just a typical refinance or purchase of an investment property or a new property. She got you covered. Hey, folks, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you in a few.